What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are doing well. And I came here to talk about the anime Peach Girl. I'm probably going to make this a series of me reviewing animes and giving my opinions on it. So let's get into it. Okay, so Peach Girl, this anime follows this young girl. Her name is Momo, and basically she's in high school just trying to live out her high school dreams, be a teenager, and maybe like join a swim club in the future because she's really good at swimming. And she's also has feelings for this guy, Toji, but she can't do anything that she wants or be happy without her so-called best friend Sai, who is I'm talking about a complete backstabber, whatever you want to call it. She is fake, she is dirty, she is sneaky, she is sly. She will do anything in her power to stop anyone else from being happy if it's not her. And I just thought she was so freaking fake for that. And on top of that, I always thought she was jealous of Momo, and she was jealous of Momo. Like this girl literally dated a guy, what was his name? Jigoro. He bought her everything that she could desire, but still, that was not enough. She still wanted to ruin Momo's life and take her boyfriend Toji away from her because she knew that Momo was happy with him. If that's not a backstabbing so-called friend, I don't know what is. But overall, this anime made me so mad. If you have not watched this anime, then you're probably too young. It is a shoujo anime, which is one of my favorite romance, broadcast shoujo. I love shoujo animes, but Peach Girl took the cake. It made me mad to the point where I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna finish this anime. I cannot finish it because it would have happy moments, and then again it would go right back to just stupid crap, stupid drama, which was all caused by this sneaky whore right here, Sai. I'm talking about, I wanted to jump in this anime so bad and kick her butt for Momo, but I was glad when Momo slapped her in school. She deserved that. I don't care what no one says. She deserved that slap. Oh, and don't get me started on Toji. He did not deserve her at all. Like, what he did was just pure wrong. Before the blackmailing part, he was taking up for Sai for anything. Sai was like the white anime version of a Karen. Any kind of tears that she cried, he believed it, and that resulted into Momo feeling the way that she did. She was hurt and she was devastated and wondering why is her own boyfriend taking up for some other girl that clearly he's not even together with. And I was wondering that too. I was like, see, men like that are the ones that cannot be trusted, and I cannot stand. It resulted in so much conflict between all of them that Momo ended up going to the hospital, which she didn't even know that he was admitted because he got hurt somehow. He had like a medical condition. She ended up going to the hospital, confronting him about it. And she was like, if you don't make up your mind right now, I would literally jump out this window, which I was like, girl, don't do that. Do not kill yourself for a boy, because he especially is not worth it. Now, my boy Kyrie, you cannot tell me that he was not the smartest one, besides Momo, that he was not the smartest one on this freaking show. He was always on to Sai's game. He was always like one step ahead of her and everything. He was fake on the slide. He was being fake to her. He would be like, wow, that's cool. He was like, can you help me be more devious like you? And in the end, he would go back and tell that crap. And I'm like, yes. And Kyrie genuinely loved Momo. He loved Momo more than Toji did. I could truly say that. The reason I said that is because I don't care what happened. Toji shouldn't have let Sai get on his side like that. He shouldn't have took her side. Like, this is your girlfriend. And the blackmailing part, we'll get to that later. I still don't think that was an excuse either, because this is the person that you love. You weren't supposed to fall for any kind of trap. But anyways, Kyrie, even though he had feelings for Momo too, he still couldn't stand the fact that she was so sad and heartbroken after the breakup between her and Toji due to Sai. So what did he do? He blackmailed Sai in return, and he has Toji to stand back and hear her admit to everything that she did to try to break him and Momo up. And then Toji is left feeling like a complete fool. So then Toji, he ends up fixing everything with Momo and they get back together. He ends up apologizing for everything and she takes him back, which I wouldn't have done, because we're talking about the part where he took up for Sai willingly. The blackmailing part hasn't even happened yet, you guys. I will get to that later. If you guys have not watched this anime, I do recommend you watching it. But if you're the type of person that will get mad and probably punch your TV or your laptop, then you may not want to watch this anime. It was good, but it was so freaking frustrated and it will make you mad. So now that Momo and Toji are now back together, Momo's as happy as can be. They can go on with their relationship and their high school term. And now Sai is left looking like a complete idiot and fool. She really thought that her plan was gonna go on for the longest. Honestly, I thought that her plan was gonna go on for the longest only because she met a dummy, which is Toji. He fell right for her trap and he was dumb enough to go along with it. That's why I said that he did not deserve Momo at all, because you're not supposed to put no other girl before your woman. Like, it pissed me off so bad how Sai would just run to him, cry about anything, and he caters to her. I'm like, she is not your responsibility. Your attention needs to be on your own girlfriend. What are you doing? And that's why I kind of thought that Toji, he did have feelings for her. And not to forget, not to mention that he actually kissed Sai for some kind of practice. No, you don't do that. And Momo even confronted him at the hospital. She was like, how stupid can you be? Who practiced kissing on another girl? Like, that was stupid. I hated Toji just as much as I hated Sai. That did not stop there. Sai still finds a way to ruin Momo's life. This is when the blackmailing comes in. She ends up blackmailing Toji into breaking up with Momo. And what does he do? He does it. I don't care what she had. He shouldn't have let her blackmail him. I was like, are you seriously gonna let this girl blackmail you? I forgot what she blackmailed him with. It was some kind of photo she had. She had some kind of photo evidence or something. But anyway, he ends up breaking up with Momo and does exactly what Sai says. He breaks up with Momo. They split yet again, and he is now dating her. Now Momo is left yet again sad and heartbroken. I was like, girl, I told you, girl, not to take him back. Toji is weak and vulnerable, and he will do anything that anyone tells him to do. He will fall for any kind of trap, which is what he did yet again once he let Sai blackmail him. How could he let somebody blackmail him? I know I'm not the only one who thought this, y'all, but I was so mad when he let Sai do that to him. And not only that, I understand he was trying to go along with it, but at that same time, there were some scenes where Sai wasn't even around and he was being cold-hearted to Momo. Why was you being cold-hearted to this girl when Sai is not even around looking at you? You didn't have to be cold-hearted then. He could have came out and told her, look, Momo, I'm being blackmailed by Sai. But no, he actually went along with Sai's plan and was so cold-hearted to Momo. And not to forget that scene when he dropped that perfume that Momo really liked, that literally crushed her. I was like, that's all right, that's okay. While you're too busy doing what Sai says, while you too busy letting Sai run you like a dog, my boy Kyrie is too busy trying to get your woman. Yes, that's right. I was team Momo and Kyrie from the jump, and I knew that I was right. I knew my tuition was right. When Toji started acting the way he did, I was like, see, I knew I liked this Kyrie boy for a freaking reason. So later on during the show, Momo starts realizing that, you know what, maybe I do have feelings for Kyrie. And Kyrie is so happy and he's so excited, and he actually asks Momo, you know what, let's make it official, let's date. And she's like, I don't know. So eventually they ends up dating, you guys. And when I tell you, I was so freaking happy. They end up making it official. They even got a job working at the same supermarket, little convenience store or whatever. They even got a job together. So I was like, that's so cool. And they was just so cute and lovey-dovey together. I like their relationship better than Momo's relationship with Toji, and I just thought that they were so cute together, and I was rooting for them. And then Kyrie's brother comes into the picture. What was his name? Rio. And he actually tries to make a pass or whatever at Momo. He didn't really like Momo like that. And I forgot what was the deal. Why was he trying to come on to Momo? But anyway, one thing led to another. Sai ends up finding out about Rio, and she takes it as if Momo likes Rio. And what does she do? Any guy that Momo likes or that she thinks that Momo likes, she wants to take it. She ends up talking to freaking Rio, and Rio does not want her at all. So after she starts dating Rio, she eventually breaks up with Toji. She's like, okay, here's the deal. I'm with Kyrie's brother now, and I'm done blackmailing you, so you can go back to Momo if you want to. I was like, what? Are you crazy? Then Toji was like, so this is it? This is goodbye? Like, seriously, you're gonna let all this go? I'm free? And she was like, yeah, you're free to do whatever you want. She was like, I got me a man. And I was like, well, that man don't care nothing about you, because this man that you think you have is in love with the nurse called Miss Misao, which is who Kyrie had a long lost crush on and still does have a crush on. And Momo eventually finds that out, and so she tells him, well, you know what, I'm still gonna stay with you. I'm gonna stay with you until you love me more than Miss Misao. Which I was like, in her case, I was like, I cannot do that, because if a guy don't love me for me, I'm not gonna compete with nobody. In a way, Momo was kind of stupid herself in the show. I'll tell you, this anime is just so twisted, full of dramas and scandals and everything. It will leave you feeling angry, feeling all types of emotions. So Kyrie, he like tells Momo, are you sure about this? Because you know you don't have to put yourself through this, and I don't want to put you through this. Like, I'm very sorry. And she was like, no. She was like, I'm not gonna give up on you. And so he's like, okay. And so their summers and stuff goes on and stuff, and they're working at the convenience store. And then Kyrie, he's like, you know what, let's take us a trip. And then Momo, she's really excited for this trip. She was like, really? And he was like, yeah, let's go on a trip, let's do it. He was like, we'll plan it all and everything. We'll take us a nice trip together. She was like, okay, I'm down. Okay, so it's the day for the trip. So Momo's out there waiting for her precious Kyrie, and she noticed he's not showing up. So let me check on him. But then she sees him, gets in a taxi with Misao, and her heart starts thumping. She's like, why is he getting in a car with Misao? So she's like, let me call him. So she picks up her phone and she gives him a call, and she asks him, hey, is everything all right? What's going on? And he tells her that something's come up at the moment, and he'll get back with her. And he hangs up the phone. That's all he told her, which he should have told her more. And what happened, Kyrie's brother Rio got into an incident with one of his old co-workers, and he got hurt pretty bad. So him and Misao went with Rio to the hospital, but he didn't tell Momo exactly what happened. So Momo is feeling bad. She's thinking that Kyrie's hiding something. He's just going with Misao to somewhere and not even gonna go on the trip with her. So she ends up going on a trip by herself. Okay, and tell me why when she arrives to her trip, to her destination, she's at the beach, she turns around and there's Toji. Yes, there's Toji right there. And she was like, what are you doing here? And he was like, well, I saw that you look like you weren't feeling well, so I wanted to, I wanted to come with you to make sure that you're okay. And I was like, no, first of all, stalker, and second, your time of acting like a good boyfriend to Momo is cut down. Is cut. It is over. You had your chance and you ruined that. From the moment you took up for another girl other than your own girlfriend, you ruined your chances. So he calls himself telling Momo he's worried about her. He's been watching her and he don't want her to be sad and everything. And I'm like, I know what you're trying to do. You just trying to swindle your way in, which he got what he wanted. He asked Momo for another shot. So him and her end up coming back home from the trip dating again. And I was like, what the crap, Momo? I hate you for this. So Kyrie ends up finding out about it when he was actually at the bus stop, the train station, whatever, and he saw both of them get off holding hands. And so he's like, oh crap. And especially when they returned to school, Momo was getting so much freaking hate from girls. They was like, you couldn't have waited for Kyrie like a couple more minutes. And I was like, that's right. Like, how could she do this to him or whatever? Kyrie didn't explain to her true enough, but me, I couldn't have did that. Especially Toji. I would not have taken Toji back again after what he did. He has no excuse even for that blackmail because he was just wrong for that. He could have figured out a way to get out of that. And so everyone else in the school was asking him, is it true? Are you and Kyrie broken up? You and Toji back together? And she was like, yeah, we're broken up. Me and Toji are back together. And it was like, wow. I tell you, this show had so much stuff going on. Not to mention Sai finding out that she was pregnant, which turned out to be that she was not. It was like some kind of hallucination all in her head. But long story short, Momo ends up realizing who she actually loves and cares for. And what she do? She says her final goodbyes to that no good tramp Toji. And she ends up happily ever after with Kyrie. But yes, you guys, overall, Peach Girl was definitely a roller coaster anime. It was the first ever shoujo romance anime about a teenage girl in high school with so much drama on her hands. I had never watched an anime like that before in my life. It had me on the edge of my seat. It had me wanting to punch my computer screen. It had me screaming. It had me wanting to cry. It just had me emotional. But yeah, I think overall the anime Peach Girl, it had a good message. It had potential. It was just so dramatic, and for the producers and everything, the writers, to add all that into an anime, like real life situations, it was like overwhelming. But yeah, guys, that's my review of Peach Girl. If you have not watched that anime, watch it at your own risk. But if you have, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Thank you for watching.